Hi, I don't know how to address you all as my advocates or people that I've contacted, specifically um, Her Honor Fatou Bensouda Ude, and, sorry, that could be Fatou Bensouda Ude, maybe a direction, like west or something. Of course, Pamela Anderson. Right here is where you can type press and it'll open up the actual um, letter that you got in the mail. Okay, because when I'm this ill or anybody's this ill and you're stranded in a country being held hostage and dying, you don't really know what to do. And because I am so traumatized, I am trying to not overreact and keep myself very calm. And but some days I start to lose it. Like today is November the 13th, the supposedly 10th month where things get dramatically worse. I'm having a lot of tunnel vision, meaning that I am only seeing things like there. So if I'm going to do something, or if I'm like some of the stuff I just did in the last couple of days just blew my mind in that I was going, oh crap, this is real. You see, death to me was a concept. It wasn't a real situation. I mean, you can't look at this horror that I've been through, and I mean, I can't say don't take it seriously, but I was trying to distance the reality from myself so that I did not crumble and I didn't fall into deep emotional states. So I'm expecting or hoping that the mails would be in England by the end of the month, by the 30th at least of November, because Malaysia is a bit of a slow boat. Even though you say airmail, it can take 6 to 8 weeks. So I do not know. Julian, thank you. I hope you have the time to help me through this process. Her Honor indirectly because you have your own lawyer working for you. And I'm hoping you can send the documents to her, because I don't, you see, how can I do this on my own? I am not skilled. I have no legal skills. I have no medical skills to help me. I'm doing a lot of therapies that I've learned around the world, all natural. And I'm taking only one of the pills that they gave me, that I found over the counter. But anyway, it's really, really hard. Really hard. Okay. So basically, there are now 2 web pages on all this information, okay? So what's been happening recently is that what I probably have to explain, you see this is the worst case, and I did have like this. Yuck. I did have like this, okay? So I did experience that. See, there's on my legs. Now, what I'm trying to say to you is, I do not irritate them. They come up just like that. They come up and they're about half an inch to an inch, depending upon, and there are many of them. So my entire skin has been mottled. In fact, I was very surprised. I was outside, checking on, doing the treatments, the vinegar on my body. I was out of vinegar to help heal the whatever they are, poxes. And so what happened is that I can see blemish marks, but I'm not seeing, if I had this on my body, like this scar like this, it's on my face too. It's been coming up. Today it came back up on my face, which is just freaking me out, because I know I'm sick, I just don't want to look sick. And the weight gain, oh my God, what is going on? It's not that I eat too much, maybe because I don't work out, I don't go for walks anymore because of my, my feet are, there's some damage going on in this body, and the heat in Malaysia is so stifling. And I also have suffered with heat stroke, so I'm trying to be very careful with everything that I'm doing, okay? So I'm sort of pinned into a circle. I want to go into the beach water, but I'm afraid of being eaten again, because I'm still golden, okay? So when I first got bitten, This is what it looked like. This was all over my body. My arms, my back, my chest, my legs, and my face, my head. Okay? That's what it looked like. It was absolutely disgusting. So, just reminding you, from January the 13th to November the 13th, diabolically ill. Out of bed, maybe, I mean, this is going to freak you out. Here's the drawer of bills, okay? And one bill, this is getting where the landlord, the people here are so devilish. This is the bill for 2,232.70 ringgits, which is basically about $900 Canadian, okay? This is, they said that I paid no electricity for this period of time. And I said, well, I've been asking for the bills. Why is it that you're only giving me these really huge bills? Because, you know, how much is month to month, so I can figure out what's supposed to go on. And then he said, you know, you should get out and all that kinds of crap. So he's threatening me. Turns out he has been holding on to the bills. And as a result, you know, I'm suddenly thrown a massive bill, which I can't pay. And he wants me out at the same time. So you just don't understand these people. If they can make trouble, they will. So, okay, let's go back to... So I'm constantly in turmoil over one thing or the other. So what else did I do? Okay, so this is very difficult to deal with. So when I get back to Vancouver, when you'll have a chance to fly me there or figure out how to get me there. Now, what Canada has done is going to cost a lot of money now from Canada, because I can't do it on my own anymore. I had the problem, and I would have done certain things to work within, you know, my I'm on a disability, so the disability money is 3 times the amount here. Okay, so I can live normally. I can have a normal apartment because it's only $200. I can have a 1-bedroom, air-conditioned penthouse thing. Nothing fancy, just, you know, a regular thing. Penthouse just means the top. So as a result of all this stuff, I've had to, you know, change my life a lot. Like, here's my bed. Okay, no pillowcases, no extra bedding, because the staining from the process of doing it, the staining from this, okay, on the back, on the pillows and stuff like that. So I had to streamline it and just rough it until, you know, I get better. The other thing is increased sensitivity. I didn't know. You see, up there, it looks normal, right? Except because it's the penthouse or the top of the building, the winds buffet this thing and it gets covered in dust from the ceiling. So you know, I can probably tell you I'm mostly unconscious in sleep for a long time every single day, and you know, I began to, and I only really sleep here, but then I started to move around a bit, and I ended up here choking, and I realized that anaphylaxis was coming on because of the dust. So I am being triggered by God alone knows what. So this dust, anaphylaxis. I went to have nachos the other night, and the nachos created a massive attack. I don't know if it was the nachos themselves, or or the fact that the food may not have been good, or you see, it's that kind of level of sensitivity. You don't know what's going to hit you, all right, at any time. What else is happening here? Okay, now as this disease has gone on and on and on and on and has become something else and cross-infected and become everything that you don't want it to be. Say hi to George. This is beyond anything I know what to do with. Now, with Canada's history of butchering me, okay, we got to be very careful, all right? So now it's wheel disease and it's gone on and on. So it's leptospirosis goes on and on and on. It doesn't stop, okay? Getting infected with any rat-borne rat, urine or feces is a absolute nightmare. So I found a case history that talks about it, but I am way more complicated than this, and I don't even know. I'm doing a lot of stuff to boost my immune system, so I don't know if it's holding. Okay. But anyway, so number one, remember, my heart was damaged here because of it. Okay, so I now have heart issues, which I never had before. All the people in my family have died of heart attacks. Okay, and I was perfectly healthy within this is why I have my medical reports that refer to me being relatively healthy or perfectly healthy considering my situation, but not anymore. There was some weird thing that came out of Canada, where the Governor General just took on climate control and astrology. Well, that kind of freaked me out a little. I'm really sort of like in a very bad state. See, I can't even talk anymore. And the only way that the PMO or Justin may know of me is because I wrote articles. I write about everything. And one of them was on astrology about his family. So they're freaking me out. I'm so afraid of these people because they've done everything in their power to harm me. So I just don't know. Like, are there policies in place to do this to Canadians or to me? Am I special in some way I don't know anything about? You know what I mean? See, these are all information that I have. Now, of course, the Hippocratic Oath and Hetty Fry. This is a big problem because to go to Vancouver, where Lawson lives. Lawson is the only one that I can trust. Okay, even though he hasn't responded, but then that's something you'd have to ask him. But I have to go there. So all these things I'm trying to think about are my baby, my sweet little baby boy. And there's Carlos. In case of my death, you can reach Carlos and organize a cremation and whatever, and have it sent to Fatima in Portugal. So I'm showing you the things that I had, which would have helped. And when they did, that's probably why I didn't die the first go around. But then again, they've stopped giving me everything, so I'm in a deep trouble. But also as well, since I've been on it and I've been denied it, I can't get better. If I go back on it again, will I have the same effect? Probably not, because I now have a history of distorted situations with antibiotics. So here's a guy who said, okay, I can't really help you, and yes, all I can do is make a note and say you can't get help. That's basically it. The rest of it, I mean, the whole, he says, yes, we are a special breed of doctors here, and we will deny everything. I said, that's fine. I mean, I have enough of my paperwork to show you what's going on. And also because of the language involved in all of this. Okay? There's some medical-based language, and there's stuff about infections and things, and you just don't know the history of treponema disease or endemic syphilis or the zoonotic diseases, and how I have a particular, a gene pool that had this information inside of it, this DNA. So, anyway, so basically, and I need an MRI because of the tunnel vision and because of the strange lights I'm seeing in my brain and the pulses in my body that are so off the charts. Before I would have known it, but now I just don't know what's going on. It happens often, frequently. Tremors, trembling, shaking, spasms. But then again, I'm not active, and I can't stand it. Anyway, so I'm trying to help you to help me as much as possible, and then of course, Malaysia there has to be some sort of court because of what these people did. Jesus Christ, Malaysia is just so dangerous. Okay, so dangerous. I may never be normal again. I may not be able to live. The thing is, now we have to figure out how deep is this gone, how much treatment do I need, and where do I stay? I would have sorted it out on my own had I had gotten the assistance back in the beginning to get out of here, but it just became worse and worse. So now these hotels are on Robson Street, near where the hospital is, you see. 0.24 miles from St. Paul's Hospital, 0.1109. Now, of course, the prices are going to go through crazy. I've asked for help. I mean, like, I asked for quotes for a month to month. See, the stipend they give you is only $1,400, and rents and everything in Canada have gone through the roof. So there are some cheap 2-star hotels around that area, but cheap as in $100, okay, which means that's 18 days with no food, okay, so that's not possible, unless, of course, Canada is picking up the bill. I know they're going to scream and carry on, but I'm sorry, they have done so much damage. And the other thing is, how to get there. I don't know what to do about flying back, because I don't know what condition I'm going to be in. And if the stress of doing any of this, if everybody makes it stressful for me, remember, bad heart now, okay? This is real. This is real. So I don't know what the stress, oh my God, if I go through any more, I would just, I would puke. I would physically get even worse. So I'm freaking out thinking, they've done so much damage, I don't know how to sort around all this. I've never had heart issues. I've always maintained my health and my, nutrition and I would go for walks, go to the gym, not do a lot, but do something at least to keep me from not being fat. And now I feel like I'm wearing a fat suit. So, wow. And everything that I've written here was put into a medical report, which Dr. Baird has. Lawson has it all. Or he may have dumped it, because it's a long time. And I've called him every year, saying I'm coming, and begging him, and like here, see, does that open? Yes, see, it opens. So you can see all the inserts will help. Again, also because, strictly, if I'm losing my memory, I may not be able to remember all the details, and also if I'm unconscious, all right? So I put everything down to ensure that there would be some trace of what it is I'm going through. On the 30th, I'm going to send an email to our bailiff at dowtstreet.co.uk from Al Clooney. Hopefully she can get it. And I know we're heading into holiday season, so people are going to be distracted, and I'm just going to come in with this, like, oh my God, I'm dying, help me, blah, blah, blah. And you're not going to go, you have to wait some more. And then we got to get in touch with the courts, and you got to wait some more, So, unless you get me out of here into Thailand or something. Oh, this is so crazy. So it repeats some of the information that's already, but it has a flurry of emails. That's what they are. They are the emails that I sent to show you that I was trying desperately to get help, okay? And I was rejected or lied to or backslapped or, sabotage, whatever it is. But you got it, okay? So Canada has medical transport that they said that they would send if I had insurance. But what they don't seem to understand here is people that are working here are covered. People who are on vacation, even if you had coverage, the fact that you are on vacation alone, they don't want to treat you. And even if you had coverage based upon you being an employee here in Malaysia, these doctors are absolutely out of their minds, okay? They've done things to people that I can tell you about. There's a guy who helped my neighbor next door work out she fell and she got badly, she broke her leg and her hip. And he said what they did to her was exactly what I have been told. So, all bad. And they sent her from hospital to hospital to hospital with a broken leg. When they operated, her leg was something like 2/3 of an inch off. Pfft, what the hell? So she had to go back to Korea and have it reset, and she's suing them. This is a very dangerous place, and nobody knew. Okay, so I have 20 minutes. Gotta go. Bye bye.